Well, finishing a guest bedroom and bathroom in our basement turned out to be quite the family project. So without hardly any DIY experience, we put up walls, laid down carpet and flooring, installed the ceilings and the trim and the doors, and painted and added some furniture, and voila, we have a guest suite that is ready for visitors. So come hang out and check out how we've been staying productive with this family project. When we started this whole project, we were a little unsure on some of the how-tos of actually doing it, but we were excited for the undertaking for the most part and looking forward to it. I'm happy to say I'm happy with how it's all turned out. So if you want to see the whole beginning, like the stud walls and the drywall mud and tape process, be sure to check out that video after you're finished with this one. I'll put the link down below. So we have lots of progress to show the step-by-step, and then at the end a grand walkthrough tour of it all. So after everything was constructed, painting was the next part. We, of course, primed the drywall first and then added 2 paint coats. We used the same color as upstairs just for continuity, and it seemed simpler to just use the same color that I have had in the past, so I didn't have to try to pick a new shade. It's balanced beige from Sherwin-Williams, and to me it's not too dark, it's not too stark white, and it's a kind of a good mix between the browns and the grays, and it works well for us. And is a good neutral. So the kiddos were definitely eager to help with this part of the project. Jet was pretty good help. He helped put on quite a bit. And of course we had a lot of fun with the first coat when the whole wall was his canvas. Gemma got in on some of the fun of painting too. Of course, the attention span of an almost 2-year-old's not quite the same, but anything that involves making a mess, she was all about that. And even a few days before we were ready to paint, they were so eager. We broke out just some kids' finger paint and they painted on the back side of what's the bathroom, which is inside of our storage room. So that'll be there forever. They had a blast doing that, and it will kind of be a fun keepsake to remember, their age and interest at the time that we built this project, which was, right at the end of 2020. So here in the bathroom, we put down vinyl plank flooring, and when we first started, it really didn't seem too hard, and then we got into it, and it definitely became a team project to get it done, to ensure that each piece clicked together just right, and that we weren't leaving gaps as we went. We waited until the kiddos were asleep for this step because it took a little bit more focus. Overall, I'm really happy with how things turned out in here. Even with our cement being slightly uneven, it laid down pretty nicely and has worked really well. We did put a polyplastic down underneath of it, and I'm liking how easily it cleans up already. So although the flooring in here did take a while, this was like fun, gratifying part of the project to get this all to come together. Okay, so going back to the walls, if you watched that first video, heard me say how my mud and tape skills could use some work. So we decided we're gonna use some version of some kind of shiplap to disguise a little bit of that. And at the time I wasn't very confident in some of our DIY shiplap type skills, although I would definitely like to explore that further, so stay tuned. But for now, we found some like shiplap paneling that we decided to tack on as a wall finishing, as one wall in the bedroom and then one in the bathroom. These were 4 by 8 foot big pieces, so they went on pretty quickly and worked pretty well for what we were wanting. Now I'm curious, what would have you done? Would have you laid these horizontally, or would you put them on with the like wood grain going vertically? I'm guessing that like shiplap, modern look, things are trending to be more horizontal, but for some reason when we put them up against the wall, we just liked how it looked vertically. I don't know if it's like more of a barn rustic look, what that appealed to us, or what the reason is, but I'd be curious what you would have done, because it's not too late. We could always like take these down, or down the road do something else. What way would have you laid it? Would have you put them horizontally or vertically? I would love to know in the comments down below what you would have decided. Alright, so then it was time to put the ceiling up, and I debated a long time of what we were going to do on the ceiling. There's some really neat ideas on Pinterest. I'd heard the recommendation that if you ever have to get up into the wiring and the pipes, it can be a little bit trickier with actual sheetrock, and since mud and taping wasn't going ideally for us anyways, we wanted to avoid the sheetrock look, even though obviously that does look really nice. We just opted to go with the good old trusty false ceiling look. It seemed like the most cost-effective and DIY newbie friendly option. Do I love the look of the ceiling? Not necessarily, but it does work out, and I will say that those white acoustic panels, once we got them in, it definitely like brightened up the room, even though our ceiling ended up being quite low just to get under some of the ductwork and things that we were working around. It works fine, it's good. Although the ceiling wasn't necessarily difficult, it was definitely time consuming because so every 3 foot we had to screw in a like eye socket thing and then hang wires from each and every one of those and then punch holes in the white grid system at the appropriate measured spot so that those can hang. So get all of those hung and then plunk in the ceiling tiles, which some of those obviously need to be cut. So it wasn't really hard. It definitely took some time. The ceiling was probably my least favorite portion of the whole basement suite project, but it was nice to have it done, and it brought that finished look when that last piece got put in. So after that, we were ready to roll out this nice carpet, which we just attached ourselves, and we picked out some remnant pieces, which turned out to work out really great. So they make this double-sided carpet tape, which we just purchased that and put it around the perimeter of the room to help hold the carpet in place. And then we figure with, you know, a bed and some furniture in here, the carpet shouldn't shift around too much. And we didn't add a pad underneath just because, gosh, if we ever did have water damage in here, it would be easy enough to pull it up then and refresh it or dry it out if we ever should need, which hopefully that never happens again. The kiddos really love this part. Of course, we were all excited to just kind of see it all come together when we rolled out that remnant piece of carpet. But gosh, they got so excited and we're just running circles and giggling and laughing, and it was so fun, and we just had to like stop and enjoy the moment.
Yes, we're running circles.
It seemed like all the stressful, hectic parts of this whole project were so totally worth it. The doors, casing, and trim boards were next. So we haven't ever put doors on, and once we figured out how to use wood shims, then it worked. We had to, you know, unscrew one of the hinge screws to put in a longer one to hold the door from sagging and all that. So I definitely was reading and learning how to just attach a door. Take one, we put on a door on our storage room where we can like close off the tools and the storage stuff we have, which I'll show you someday. And that door did not swing when we got it on. So we're like, shoot. Then take two was on this bedroom door, and it actually swings great. And we were like, yes, feeling good. Then we went to the bathroom, and for some reason that one gave us a lot of trouble, but we eventually got it, and it swings and closes and opens. And so we've now installed 3 doors in our basement, which was really nice. It was fun to figure it out and get it done. We also put on these barn doors to go from the bedroom to the closet and bathroom. We actually ordered these on Amazon. These doors had to be individually assembled, like each piece came separate. So once we got the doors assembled, then we were able to like actually attach it, and I'm really happy with how those turned out as well. So the casing and trim board, I definitely underestimated how long that would actually take, but once it's on and it covered up, you know, the ugly part of the bottom of the wall, it really tied together the room, and it was exciting to see that finish work get completed. We have always had like the big brown trim board, like upstairs, that's what we did. It seems like white is so clean and modern and popular as well, but I just really like white doors with the brown trim. So that's what we did. So we cheated a little and just used a wood colored marker where we cut the trim boards and just colored the ends, and it worked really good. So there's definitely some loose ends to tie up, but overall we are ready for guests. And then of course we've got a lot of work to do, tinker away with overtime in the other parts of the basement. All right, so let's do the final tour. Oh, but first I wanted to give you a virtual high five. Please subscribe so we can stay in touch with our future home improvement projects and some other productivity ideas. All right, so let's go. Okay, so to get to this guest bedroom suite area, we have 2 entrances. So first we've got to come through the unfinished portion of the basement, which I'll definitely show you another time. But to get into the guest room and suite, there's 2 doors. So there's that one, which is the bathroom, and then this one, which is the bedroom. So come on in to the bedroom. So come on in, here is our guest suite. or the bedroom of it anyway. Yay, we're pretty happy with how it turned out. It's a pretty good sized room. Obviously we've learned a lot while we were doing this, but here is the tour. So as you can see, we put one bed in here. It's a full-size bed, and there would be room for a second bed, kind of like hotel room style, you know, or we could throw out an air mattress depending on the guests and whatnot. We need to finish the curtain around the window. I got this sign for my sister last year, enjoying the simple country life. So I thought that was fun, fitting to put in here. It was nice. I added just a couple Christmassy decorations to finish it out before my sister came and stayed, our first guest. So it's definitely got like the cabin winter feel going to it right now. I don't know if it's the teacher in me or what, but I like seasonal things and decorations. So I will be excited to, you know, update a couple decorations and things in here just to give it a more summer and spring feel in the coming months. So this is a bedroom. Okay, so once you come in that door there is this other door that I mentioned, the barn doors, and this opens up then into the closet. So okay, this wall was a load-bearing wall, so we were kind of working around that and working with where the toilet and shower were roughed in when the concrete was poured 5 years ago. So working within that, we knew we wanted a closet off the bedroom here. Here we come off the bedroom, now we're in the closet. So eventually we will potentially put shelves around there and whatnot, but for now I put the pack and play. It works good for anybody that, you know, has little ones that wants like a second space for a baby. So then on this side, we put up some shelving. Okay, so coming from the bedroom into the closet and then into the bathroom, originally this wasn't really intended to be the layout, but it's going to work out good because this closet can then dual function for like linens and things for guests in the bedroom, but it's also going to be like the closet or storage space for the bathroom. So we'll be able to, you know, store, right now we've got the vacuum in here, and then, you know, some extra pillows and blankets. In this closet then we have you know, extra soap and towels, and of course, you know, toiletries and whatnot, you know, to make it comfortable and to use for bathroom supplies. We do need to add that rod in there to finish that off, but otherwise this is all ready for guests to use when they're here. This whole area hardly even feels like our own house because for so long it's just been bare cement, brick basement, and now we have like a pretty room. Oh, who knows, maybe someday one of the kids in teenage years will want to move downstairs into the basement and make this their own, possibly. For now, it's ready for guests. Also in the back of my mind that I would love to host a foreign exchange student at some point. And I think one of the requirements is that they have their own bedroom. So I guess we are set up for that. But who has experience with that? Is that even a thing during a global pandemic? I'm not sure. We'll see. We're back out here in this unfinished part. Okay, there was the door to go into the bedroom, and then if you come through here to go into the bathroom from this side, then voila, here is our bathroom. So I like it. It's pretty big size, which, you know, like in a basement there's just a lot more space. We got this from a home improvement store, nothing custom ordered or anything, just something they actually had on hand the day that we happened to want to pick it up. I ordered a couple decorations online. This is that bathroom wall then that has the same shiplap paneling look to it. Our toilet, we turned out with this like funny jut in the wall just because that's where the hole for the toilet like had to be. And then I can't remember why, but then this wall ended up being back further, so it kind of looks like we meant to do that with the vanity being back in the wall a little bit, but it's just kind of more so like out of necessity. And then finished out that window. That window was so gross and full of dirt prior to this, so it's nice to have that all wrapped up. And then this shower curtain I've had for years actually, and that's why when I found the bedspread that would match it and kind of tie both rooms, the suite together, I was excited about that. So here's our tub shower unit. So this is the one unit piece that we just brought in here. I am excited. in the bathroom here. So there you can kind of see like the unfinished bathroom out, or basement out there. So you can come through this door right into the bathroom. Here it is, here we are. And then there's this other barn door. So our bathroom has 2 doors in it, which some of our upstairs ones do too. And I know it can be confusing to guess, but I think it's gonna be good because therefore you can enter the bathroom from the unfinished basement, or you can go through this slider door into the closet and bathroom. So let me show you how that works. But we don't actually have this door attached, but when we do, it will just slide this way, okay? Slide that way, and then you can walk right through here. All right, so then one more look from the other side. When you're in the bedroom as a guest and would like to use the restroom, instead of going out and around, you can come, you know, through this door and through the barn door, walk through the closet, grab what you might need, and head right into the bathroom. So we spend a lot more time in the basement during the winter, and it'll be nice just to, you know, be able to come in here to use the bathroom when we're downstairs. But I also like that anyone who spends the night then can come right through to use the restroom. What did you think of this project? How did it turn out?
Good as Spanish.
Well, I'll take it. Thanks for checking out our guest suite. Let's visit more soon.